So Sigma's announced pricing and availability for its 70mm f2.8 art macro lens, its first macro art series lens, which is a really compelling option, especially given the fact that it's $570. So this is the cheapest way to get into an art series lens, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. So let's, spin the clock for some commentary hour and see you in a second. So the Sigma 70 f2.8 art macro is unique and interesting in a very few number of ways. It's unique because it's the cheapest art series lens. It's unique because it is designed, it's an art series lens that's designed like the contemporary series for E-mount and MFT. That's the styling, right? And that's the form factor as well. They were very intentional in that design process to make it look like a contemporary series lens, to make it fit E-mount and full frame E-mount, and to give it that size and form factor, right? Now it's interesting because it's the cheapest, and it's interesting because it has that form factor, but it's also interesting because it's speaking to a deeper need by Sigma to fill out their lens lineups so that they can compete on more of a toe-to-toe level with their first party competitors, right? So Canon, Sony, they already have fantastic macro lenses. The Sony 90mm and the Canon 100mm are kind of industry standards for a lot of really, really good reasons, right? So by Sigma trying to get into this space, they're trying to hit someone who's trying to hit a little bit different of a goal, right? Someone who doesn't need industry standard, but still wants art series quality, and also that price point. That price point is key. And what I'm seeing from Sigma is they're trying to build out this lens lineup that can compete directly with a Canon, with a Sony, with a Nikon, with whomever. But what they're really failing at, in my opinion, is delivering lenses that all of the users of those systems will want to use, right? So they're priced at a point where most people could probably pick one up if they're already sporting a camera that could put one of those things on there, be it APS-C or a full frame, right? And so when you're thinking like that, you gotta also think, what's the user experience gonna be like? And Sigma makes fantastic lenses. Their art series lenses are very high quality, and I'm very biased in their favor because I love that. I love that they're the first third-party competitor to be in this space and to really crank out incredibly high optical quality lenses. But what they're really falling down on, in my book, right, is providing a lens option, putting a lens option on the table that is compelling to work with on a regular basis. I'm really looking forward to selling my 50-100 for my Sony ELPH6300. It's for EF mount, but I use it for my ELPH6300. My partner doesn't want to use it. She has a DSLR. No, I haven't met a single person who would be interested in buying this lens because it's so big and heavy, and the autofocus is just a little bit too slow. The 18-35 has sold very well because it's a lot smaller, right? And so this 70 is a move towards that smaller form factor. Starting it out with a native E-mount too is a really aggressive move. And with that form factor also being designed to look like those contemporary lenses, what I'm really hoping is that we're seeing after the 105 to see Sigma's bigger art series brand kind of turn over and transition towards a smaller, sleeker, lighter weight design mentality, or for them to really build out the contemporary series lenses where I think they could make a killing, where they're not as focused on the absolute extreme in terms of lack of chromatic aberration and other optical abnormalities that could ruin, or not ruin, but devalue a very high quality image. Because like their contemporary series lenses, like I'm using right now, the 30 f1.4, the 16 f1.4 that I've reviewed previously, they're fantastic lenses, and there isn't really enough chromatic aberration and longitudinal chromatic aberration in particular for it to be particularly noticeable, right? So I think they need to kind of shift their strategy towards that contemporary series, and I think that that's what we're seeing with that 70mm. Now, it is, as the cheapest art series lens, an awesome lens to think about getting, and frankly, I was thinking about getting the Samyang 100 f2.8 until I realized that this was out and it was only $70 more, and then it could be a Sigma Art lens. And so I think that's just what I'm gonna do, because that would have autofocus and the Samyang would not. So $70 for autofocus and Sigma Art, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm really excited for this lens. I'm really excited for having an opportunity to try one out. Let me know in the comments down below, right beneath that like button, if you'd like me to give it a review. And I am looking forward to seeing you in the next one. I hope you check out those affiliate links down in the description and let me know what you think of my gear. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.